Hi everyone,
How you doing?
it's Jim.
And Dave, beer review. And this is Sonia the beer cat. She is in convalescence. She had a little eye scratch of the fight with another beer cat.
Poor
You know how it
girl.
is if you have one too many. And Squatchy, this is not the place for you to be.
It's okay.
I don't know if she was the one who did it or not.
Very
But
good. No, probably your sister. That's okay. Whoa.
That's what I'm
Hello.
talking about.
That's messed up.
all right, so we're moving on here. Dave, what's on tap?
We have a special beer. Brought to you.
What's so special?
Brought to you by my good boss, Joe.
I wish I had bosses to give me beer. Oh, wait, I do.
You do. My boss
Actually, they gave me
is
a
connoisseur of many different kind of beers. A very good, reliable source.
shout out in the house to Joe.
That's a hell of a guy.
Whoop.
This is a Dogfish Head,
Great brewery, by the way.
120-minute IPA, Imperial IPA.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have done maybe the 60-minute and the 75-minute IPAs.
But
So this is the first 120. Now, why do they call it 120, Dave?
I think it's because they brew it for over 2 hours.
Oh.
What it says here is clocking in at 15 to 20% ABV.
Whoa! Now
Okay.
that's interesting because if you look here at the top of the bottle cap, I don't know how focused that is, but it is a yield sign, or maybe it should be this way, I'm not sure, with a lightning bolt in it. So they're like saying, hey, look out. It's Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA.
Usually when you're discussing beers, you know what the ABV is.
Right.
This one gives you a 15 to 20. Okay.
50, so
it
they're
could
not
be
sure.
19, it could be 20, it could be 15, it could be 16, it could be 17.
It says on the bottom here, age as well, which you may or may not be able to see.
At 15 to 20% ABV and 120 IBUs. Now, the ABVs really grab me in, and the IBUs kind of like draw me out a bit. Okay.
So how much was the IBUs?
120. That's more than double
That's
the amount.
probably
I
the
usually
highest. Is that the highest we've ever had?
No, we had 140 at one point.
Oh, okay.
Time. And that was really bad.
It mentions here on the side of the bottle, it says, what you have here is the holy grail for hopheads.
Yeah.
This beer is continually hopped over a 120-minute period, and then dry hopped for over a month.
Yeah.
So enjoy now or age for a decade or so. Now, I'll tell you what. My understanding from my friends at King of Prussia Beer Outlet is this is not easy to come by.
No.
Apparently in high demand. Now, what does high demand tell you? That maybe a lot of people want it, or a lot of people buy it up and store it.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about taking a trip down to Delaware, where I believe the brewery is, to see if we can procure a case.
This is this year's brew, but Joe told me that he has a couple of these from over 2 years ago still sitting.
This is the first beer that has said the word decade in it. I've heard some beers that are high ABV you can do up to 5 years, but can you imagine having something for a decade?
No.
I mean, I'd have to put it in my back room, assuming I'm still alive or even in this house, and say, do not drink until 2025.
Really?
Yeah, I will.
Could you do that?
I would like to think. I don't even know if I'll be around, but life
You'll
is short.
be around, but it's like, wow, really keep it for that long?
I mean, I have a hard idea thinking just keeping something for 1 or 2 years. Because, with beers, you're used to the thought of you buy beer, you drink the beer, you go buy more beer.
Yeah.
So, cellaring is very new to us. We're trying to do that with some Dragon's Milk and
the following wholesale
Bigfoot from
states that this
Nevada.
is in is Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, the District of Columbia, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky.
Illinois, with an S.
Yes, Illinois. Maine, Maryland, New
Pennsylvania?
Mexico, Michigan, Pennsylvania,
that's
Oregon,
all I
New
care
York,
about.
Nevada, Rhode Island, Texas, Virginia, Washington, and Wisconsin. So there's like about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22, 23 different states that have this in there.
Now, they have a uncoated stock label. I'm not crazy about that, by the way.
Uncoated?
Yes. There's such thing as coated and uncoated stock. Like a magazine cover is usually a coated stock. Magazines are generally coated stock.
Oh, you're talking about the label itself.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I don't really like the label either because it's kind of
dry.
Yeah.
I don't like that dry feel. All right, well, look at this. It has you can't see it necessarily on video, but there is a embossed of their the fish inside the circle on here. But we'll
What's
try
the
to get a
difference
picture of it
between
later.
Dogfish Head and Dogfish? Is it the same company? Dogfish?
It says Dogfish Head. I think it's just the one company. There's a Dogfish company. I don't know about it.
There's different kind of dogfish.
Wow, look at that. That is a nice sort of bright kind of ambery
like
color.
A whiskey.
Do you think that's a little dark for an Indian Pale Ale?
Yeah, a little bit dark because you know what?
Because usually you would think Indian Pale Ale means pale. I don't know how pale this is.
Usually it's paler. It's a lighter
Oh,
color.
you know what? I'm already getting a scent. I'm not even putting it up to my nose yet. But
you're better than me. I can't smell it yet from that far.
Ooh, has a very cool scent.
Very, very cloudy.
Very cloudy. It's obviously unfiltered, but you know what? I think the best beers can be unfiltered.
I can't see any bubbles.
Yeah, we can't see it. You can't see this at all. It's pretty much in the middle of the SRM scale.
SRM.
Though we have yet to prep a reference,
People,
but I don't think it's
smell.
important.
Oi, 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 oi.
Hello, wake up.
I.P.A. all right. I was feeling drowsy before. Now I'm fully awake.
You're feeling drowsy?
Drowsy.
New Jersey, the state?
Yes, like drowsy, like the draws.
Ooh, that does have an IPA smell to it, but
a very strong.
that
bitter.
has an alcohol character to it, though.
That has got. I can feel the bitterness already.
Oh, but you know what? Some IPAs make me my mouth start to water because I'm anticipation. My mouth is starting to water smelling this.
Should we cut and go right to the drinking?
I think so. We're at 6:45. Let's do it.
Yeah, here we go, people.
Cheers, people.
Cheers.
Wow. I'm not getting a whole lot of bitter. I'm getting citrus. Hint of pine. Not so much, but just a hint. And woof. That alcohol character, that comes in. Huh?
There goes the bitterness. You have to wait a couple of seconds.
Oh, okay. But no, for me, the thing that hits you after a couple of seconds is the alcohol.
Wow. If I could get a case of this,
you would be dead.
it'd be like drinking down a bottle or two of Jack Daniels or something.
Well, drinking one bottle like this with that high, if it does get near 20.
Wines are usually around 12 to 15%. So this has got more than wine.
If this says 15 to 20 and it's closer to 20, this is like drinking 4 beers in one.
Yes. It's like,
so just drinking
two
half
beers
is like 2 beers. This is like 2 beers right here.
2 beers right here.
But that's hence the Imperial, double. If not more so. Wow, yeah. For being 120 IBUs, it's remarkably well balanced.
That's not too bad in the aftertaste.
No.
I've had before with some over 100%.
Oh, we've had 40s that were incredibly bitter tasting.
Yeah. And it was
for
like
being 120. Well, this just goes to show you that it really is just a number that the brewer has to balance it out. Well, that's the other thing too, is that I think it has a very what they call hot alcohol flavor, but that can mellow out over time. That's why they say it ages remarkably well.
When wine,
in 4 years, I bet this is incredible.
When wine makers and beer makers have to age something for a couple years before they sell it, what do they do when they first start out?
Well, I guess
they got part-time jobs doing something else, and then they're like, okay, well, we waited 3 years, now we can go start selling beer or wine.
Well, I'm not an industry expert as far as the business side of things goes. Although I would imagine they have other offerings besides such specialty things as this.
Wow.
That they give the general public. Like,
yeah, I think that too.
I know Dogfish Head, as far as the IPA goes, they have a 60-minute. They have a 90-minute that they were combining, I believe, at their tap
Dogfish,
room.
I think, is I thought there's a Dogfish brewery.
That could be. But they were combining the 60 and the 90 to have a 75, and then there became a demand for the 75. So I think they actually started brewing a 75. We may or may not have reviewed that already, but wow. Well, this, one of the interesting things about we've learned here at the Jimm and Dave Beer Review is that some beers really seem to be in a category by themselves. Now, while obviously this has been, as the label says, an Imperial IPA category, usually I don't know if the Imperial is doubled. This seems like tripled or quadrupled to me. So is that double Imperial? Could be. But wow, what an incredible flavor. This could be, I've I've had a lot of double IPAs that I didn't like, and I like IPAs. Maybe it's because they use Simcoe hops, which I've decided don't care for, or something else. But whatever's in this, very, very well balanced.
Dogfish Head has got so many different kind of beers here.
Well, now I know how they
can wait on one and
Right.
keep selling the others.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, wow, they got tours here.
That's the bell when Dave scratches his
When
nose. Ding,
I'm
ding, ding,
sorry,
ding, ding.
yeah, my nose. Wow, this is
Should have done it 3 times there.
tours, beer samplings. Okay, last tour of the day is 1:30 with the merchandise shop opening tasting room at 3 p.m. So heads up, we've got some slightly altered hours on Saturday. Our annual co-worker holiday, Hootenanny.
Hootenanny.
Hootenanny. But apparently, from Monday at 11 a.m., they start their beer tours.
Well, I'm off Monday. Let's go.
I gotta work.
Yeah. That's all right. Well, Dave, listen, give us your thought on mouthfeel, flavor, taste, aftertaste. We were in awe there for about 4 minutes. Now we need to get down to the nitty gritty.
Okay, I just want to see if we can go there and try out these different kind of beers.
Oh, wow. Very hot alcohol flavor, but it's good, though. It's really good. Enjoying this a lot.
I would give this, on pure taste alone,
Ding, 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 ding.
I would give this 6.5.
Really? So not that high.
No, but the alcohol content is what brings me up to 6.5. If this was some kind of beer that was 4.5% ABV, I would probably give this under a 5.
All right, so the flavor's not grabbing you.
The flavor's not grabbing me, but the alcohol content's going, Dave, come back and have some
Yes,
more.
Dave, you're an alcoholic, so you're going to like this.
I'm not an alcoholic. I just like drinking.
Well, I happen to like the flavor. I certainly appreciate the style.
The man with 20 different kind of beers.
So you would not buy
closet.
this?
I would buy this just for the pure alcohol content and have this one of these once in a great while.
That's fine. I would buy this. I would buy a case of this. I look forward to going to Delaware, where apparently they brew it, and maybe buying a case of this. Although
How much would a case of this be?
Oh, well, that's if it's too much, I don't even know.
I mean, that would be probably more than the dragon's milk.
Could be. Well, if it's super high, forget about it. But if it came in a variety case, that would be
I would
nice.
get like one of these at once every couple months or something, just to break it up.
All right, so I will give this, in this category, an 8.
Wow.
So, yeah, there you have it. Jim and Dave's beer review.
Yeah.
But listen.
Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate all the beers you gave me, and we reviewed them all, and they were all above.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that
I think this one was my favorite.
This is not my favorite. I would say the favorite of the night that you gave me was probably
The pretzel?
no, the Old Dominion.
All right. So, anyway, quick disclaimers, people. Now that he gave it a 6.5, I gave it, what did I give it?
An 8.
Too much alcohol. 8. I love it. All right, so pregnant women should not drink any alcohol. Please don't drink and drive.
No.
Use your brains.
Yep.
Which is heavy machinery, hence don't operate heavy
Do
machinery.
not drive as a heavy
If you're
machinery.
under 21, don't watch this nonsense and wait till you're
No.
21 before you consume
Have
alcohol.
a good time.
And the reason we do this is because we want to find great beers like this, share them with you,
And have a good laugh or two.
with your friends.
There you go. Thank you, people, for watching. Subscribe.
Yes, like our channel. Please hit thumbs up below.